excited. I'm like a little kid in a candy store. The new product is Titan Ultra Blend. I don't use stimulants, but I do need mental focus. I work all day long. I stay up all night, doing emails and stuff like that. They put together a number of ingredients, and I'll tell you something. I've used this 3 days in a row now. You do 1 cc, and I do it with my shoulder with an insulin pen. What I feel is at first I feel like a little bit of a flush to my body, but then after that, I start feeling like I want to talk a lot. But it's not like an over exciting. I don't get like shaky. I don't start like, twitching and, tapping my leg on the ground like some people. I just feel like, I want to do things, and it's pretty amazing. When you look at the ingredient list and I analyze it, NADH is an interesting compound. It's a high energy compound in the body that basically is involved in all the energy producing reactions. Carnosine is another ingredient in there that I've talked about before with regard to pre-workouts, because the pre-workouts they put beta-alanine in there. What beta-alanine does is in the muscle cell, it converts to carnosine. Now, orally ingested carnosine doesn't really get absorbed that well, and it's very expensive. But when you put carnosine right into the bloodstream, via intramuscular injection, it gets into the muscles very rapidly. And what it does is it neutralizes acidity in the muscle and helps the muscle have better endurance. And obviously in the brain cells, it's going to allow them to function, and work harder and for longer. I think that's probably what's causing a little bit of the buzz when you first take it to that little because if any of you have ever used a beta-alanine supplement, you get like a little bit of a flush from it. I think the carnosine does something similar. There's also B12 in this formulation, which, as we all know, is involved in energy production, red blood cell production. If you have a lack of B12, you get anemic. So this is another thing that's going to give you a little bit of energy, especially if you're deficient in it. And believe it or not, a lot more people are deficient in vitamin B12 than you think, because it's a hard vitamin to get absorbed. It doesn't absorb like regular other vitamins. It requires, linkage with intrinsic factor in the stomach, and then it's got to get absorbed through a very short period of your intestinal tract. And if it misses any of these areas, then guess what? You don't absorb it. And that's one of the reasons why you can actually store B12 in your body up to up to 6 months. But a lot of people just don't have the ability to methylate B12, and so they don't really store it. So it's a good idea once in a while to get a shot of this stuff. So this has got a nice dose of vitamin B12. It's got the carnosine, it's got the NADH, and it's got taurine, which we know is it's one of these adaptogens that you call it. It prevents fatigue. They used to use it in battle fatigue to prevent battle fatigue. And if you notice, every energy drink on the market puts taurine in there. All it is an amino acid, but it does have some interesting effects. And when you combine these 4 ingredients together, they create some kind of a synergism. And like I said, I took a shot this morning, and I can't stop talking all day, and I got a lot of TV to record. So once again, I want to thank John and Charisse for keeping these great, innovative new products coming from TitanMedicalCenter.com. Remember, if you go over there, tell them Dave Palumbo and RX Muscle sent you. They will give you a great discount. If you're looking to get blood work done and you can't get all the blood tests that I have recommended in the past done by your regular doctor, Titan will write the prescription and send you for that as well. Remember, tell them Dave Palumbo and RX Muscle sent you. Check it out, TitanMedicalCenter.com, their new Ultra Blends.